The U.S. economy is just getting stronger. Yes, folks, you heard it here first. The U.S. economy is just getting stronger, not weaker. This, according to Chief Economist Torsten Slok at the Apollo Group. This is something that is very interesting for us to think about because, again, what do we have today? We have, by all measures, low unemployment. Might be rising, but still low. We have a stock market consistently setting records. We have GDP growth over 3% and estimated to be 3.9% in Q3. We have inflation reasonably well behaved, but yet we don't really have economic optimism. It appears that Americans are gloomy. And this got me thinking, and I thought I would just ask my wonderful audience what they think. So again, last week, remember we had 7 economic reports like durable goods, new home sales, pending home sales, consumer spending, all of that. And then we had consumer sentiment. 6 of the 7 were massive beats. Those were actuals. That was actually spending money. The one that was weak was this opinion. It was, how do I feel? So I just want to ask you a question. And again, I don't know the answer to this. This is legitimately a question I had after reading what Torsten Slok had to say about the U.S. economy getting stronger, not weaker. And again, it's hard to argue based on the economic reports that the economy, again, en masse, not really doing too bad. So this is the question I have for you. I wonder if it's the surveys becoming political weapons. What do I mean by that? Well, if you guys don't know, they have been doing surveys the same way for decades. They essentially give you a phone call, they ring you up, and they ask you your, series of questions. I wonder if Democratic-leaning individuals, A, are perhaps more likely to respond, and B, just down in the dumps. And then when you reach out to a Republican, they're out growing or doing or whatever is happening in the economy. Because again, it's really hard to tie the actuals of spending with the gloomy opinions. So I wonder if we started to slice and dice the data by Democrats, independents, and Republicans, if we wouldn't see a clear bias. And then the second thing I think about all the crash bros and doomers and fearmongers. I wonder how many of them generally lean to the left. This is a serious question. No idea. Never thought about asking this question before. So I don't know. But it does, we have always had, in fairness, even decades ago when I was learning this stuff, a difference between actual performance and feelings. But I really do think we're seeing a political bias in the responses. And if you don't understand that bias and you assume this year's collection is the same as the last decade, your reporting is going to be vastly incorrect. So I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. What do you think? Are we just getting biased feelings, but actual performance is good? And I think we need to follow this Torsten Slok guy a little bit more. Chief economist at Apollo Group or Apollo Global Management. I may have said Apollo Group earlier. Strike that. Apollo Global Management. Let's get his company right. As he is generally painting a vision of this rocket ship, as I've talked about over the last week, just getting started, which I think is very, very interesting. Let's talk about what else is going on. We're not getting the weekly unemployment claims. It generally comes out Thursday, but that is yet another economic report that is delayed. Who knows when this will get back. But yes, no weekly unemployment claims today. We did get mortgage data yesterday. Mortgage refi has turned to a bust. Remember, folks, we talked about a refi boom for rate and term, people who got lucky on the 2-1 buy downs. That is now over. 21% collapse week on week, 1% collapse for buying, although still up 16% year on year. It will be interesting to see where mortgage rates go because the longer this shutdown goes, the more likely the Fed cuts. In fact, folks, don't look now, but according to the Fed Watch tool, we now have a 100% chance of an October cut. That's in about 3 weeks, a little bit over 3 weeks, and an 88% chance of a December cut. Very, very interesting. Again, watch mortgage rates. Last time the market had this betting, remember, please remember, mortgage rates will move before the Fed. If these calls are correct and the market sees a 100% chance of an October rate cut, you will see mortgage rates fall in the next 2 weeks. Mortgage rates will move first, and then the Fed will cut. So again, please don't make that mistake again, thinking that mortgage rates fall after the Fed rate cut. So again, very, very interesting. Scott Bessent went on CNBC today to say that the government shutdown might hurt GDP. Again, this is all about how long it goes. Again, the average is 8 days. The longest, I think, was 35. That was in President Trump's first term. And there's talk about this one potentially going 61. So we shall see where this goes. The betting markets do have a bet. They're saying 11 days. So another 9 days or so to go. Interesting to look at the ultra wealthy. In this particular report I just read this morning, the ultra wealthy was defined as $30 million net worth or more. Yes, folks, $30 million net worth or more makes you ultra wealthy. I am not there. I'll be very honest. I am not there. Maybe someday, but not there today. But what happened? It looks like the ultra wealthy are about to start passing on money from boomers to the next generation. Today, boomers make up 45% of the ultra wealthy. By 2040, they will only make up 17, with people in the millennial and Gen Z moving. Folks, this great wealth transfer absolutely will be occurring. It will be occurring over the next 1 or 2 decades. Again, this wealth will go to the next generations. So again, it's interesting. Getting more data about the jobs market. Again, we may be in a low firing environment, but we are in the slowest hiring time since 2009. Folks, if you don't remember 2009, that was an ugly, ugly year. That was really at the beginning of the GFC chaos where the world seemingly was imploding. So yes, today we are at the lowest hiring since 2009. Do want to congratulate somebody for buying or joining school. Brian, thank you for joining school. You were invited, it looked like, by Mark, the financial firefighter, which is awesome. Guys, if you don't know this, I believe Mark is still giving a month away inside school, but you have to reach out to him, tag him on Instagram or reach out, DM on Instagram and work out the details. You can try before you buy, if you will. And again, it's only a monthly, so not a year-long commitment. So thank you, Mark. Thank you, Brian, for all that you do. Elon Musk is feeling pretty good, I bet, today. Actually, you know what? I don't think Elon Musk really cares. But he accomplished something yesterday that no human being had ever done. Elon Musk became the first man worth $500 billion. Yes, folks, at least as of yesterday, Elon Musk was worth $500 billion. And I suspect that's even before some of his private companies are truly valued. He has these other companies boring and these other companies coming down the pipeline. I don't think there's any question that he will be the first trillionaire. It's trillions. And that's a lot of money. So again, very interesting. What else do we got? Leon Cooperman believes we are in the late innings of a bull market. This is where bubbles can form and risk rise. He says that valuations of AI companies are ridiculously high. Yes, apparently. Leon Cooperman sees a resemblance between the AI boom and the dot-com boom that blew me up years and years ago. I saw this very interesting stat, and I want you, all of you watching this, to do better than these stats. According to, I should have wrote down, it was something I saw on X or Twitter, 4% of Americans, retire by 40. 60% retire by 60. 35% work until they die. This is a statistic that I think everyday wealth builders, you, myself, everyone in our community, will do better. We understand that becoming an everyday wealth builder takes focus, discipline, sacrifice. It's a season. It's 10 years. But yes, you can retire in a decade. You can make significant progress in a decade. And I know that we, being focused together in the right communities, in the right rooms, we can do better. We're starting to see what I was warning about in the unemployment market. You can go back at least a year, if not 18 months. And my warning was, I don't think the unemployment rate is going to be the problem this time. I think it's going to be duration. And I read an article yesterday evening talking about more Americans are facing longer stretches of unemployment than any time since the pandemic. Folks, this is a concern. Long unemployment streaks are not good for one's finances, not good for one's psyche, and can become a problem. So make sure you are prepared and ready should the bad things happen. Fed President Goolsbee was out talking yesterday, saying starting to get more concerned about inflation, heading in the wrong way. During the BLS downtime, we lack many indicators on inflation. The underlying economy is strong. To which I ask, really? Is the economy strong? Back to my opening statement, maybe it is. Maybe we're just seeing Democrats skew the numbers and maybe the economy is strong. I don't know, but it does seem odd. It does seem odd. Looks like Google announced a layoff inside their cloud division. That was really market moving information until I realized it was 100 people. Yeah, 100 people. Now, again, if you are one of those 100, ouch, that hurts. But it's not thousands. It's not tens of thousands. It's 100. Buffett indicator, again, Warren Buffett, one of the best, if not the best investor out there. The Buffett indicator currently sitting at 217%, highest ever. If you don't know what it is, you take the U.S. stock market value and you divide by GDP. So right now, the stock market value is 2.17 times bigger than GDP. That is a record. The last time we were even close to this, they were saying things like irrational exuberance, and we know what happened after that. Folks, at the end of the day, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you bought tickets in October, you will be getting an email from me on Saturday. I need to download everybody who bought. I will be sending you an email asking for your address so I can mail you a book. I hopefully will be including a Zoom link for our October conversation. That is just us. If you bought tickets in September, I am still working through the long list of people adding your courses. I'm trying to do at least 5 a day. It's very manual for me, but I am going to focus on all of that on Saturday. So again, join school, buy your tickets. I hope to see you guys in Vegas. And at the end of the day, don't forget to check out Steadily. I did try to send Steadily an 18-unit apartment building yesterday. Unfortunately, as of today, they are just insuring residential. But they did say they're out there looking for how to do it. So can't use them this year on the 18-unit renewal, but hopefully by next year we can. Again, folks, insurance is crazy out there. Please get a second choice or a second bid. See which is better for you. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. Take care, have fun. If you're at the Think Media event today, I will be there. So I'll see you in about an hour. Later.